landscaping.
Is it?
I don't know if it's landscaping.
You don't know.
I don't know because everything is written.
It's written like in the long way, so I guess maybe it's
We gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
And we just gonna talk.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody up in here. But we gonna talk and just to see.
Yeah, just to see
what it gives.
What it gives and stuff. Okay.
Okay, so good morning.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. We were born in the motherfucking room. I am Jatwan.
I'm Berlin.
And we were born, and we are here to talk about our new music video, Shut Up. Aight? So, this is our first time on YouTube Live, honestly, because we ain't have enough subscribers to
go live.
Go live. Hey, I drips melanin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you please tell us, are we in landscape or like what's it given? Because I don't know what's it given for y'all. Is it given what it's supposed to give, or is it not? Is it fucked up? If it's fucked up, I will turn my phone the right way
so we can get it right.
Because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I ain't never tried this, so this is new territory for me, and I feel like an old ass person. Okay.
Yeah.
So just say yes or thumbs up or something if it's working right, or something. Somebody let me know if it's working right.
Is it working right?
Nobody saying nothing. Okay. So I'm gonna just talk. I'm gonna just if it looks bad, y'all would say it look bad. Yeah. Y'all obviously ain't said it look bad yet.
So I guess it don't look bad.
I think it's in landscape. Okay. So the music video. Let's talk about the music video. So the music video, girl, where do I start? Child. So it took about 2 months of prepping
for the music video.
It's given turn the phone over.
Turn the phone over.
It's given turn the phone back regular.
That's what it's given. Wait.
I don't know how to do this.
Could you to see if you could?
Okay, I'm asking. Is this normal for y'all?
Is this is better?
Is this better for y'all?
I'm seeing it sideways. Okay. This is what we was asking.
That's what we was asking because I don't know because it gave us an option to do it in landscape, and I thought it said it was in landscape when I clicked on it, but obviously it's not in landscape, bitch. So
yeah.
The fuck. Okay, so here we go. Now I don't know how to get this to stand up straight, bitch. Y'all, bear with me. Bear with us.
That'll be fine.
And I'm just trying to...
Is the food here? I think
she's so hungry, y'all. And I'm on a diet because I feel like a hungry hippo, bitch. So I'm not trying to motherfucking eat.
I don't need to be eating either because I'm 2 hamburger sausages away before.
Hamburger sausage, bitch. That sounds good too, bitch.
Okay.
That sounds the fuck good. Okay, so let's get into it. I hope this is why I don't like motherfucking doing it this way, because we gotta be all next to each other like this and shit. Like, ain't no breathing room, no. You gotta just squeeze here.
Like, yes, so video.
Yeah, like we too big for this.
Yeah, we too tall and big for this. Okay.
Anyway, so the video, let's get into the video. All right, the video. So it took like 2 months of preparation, finding locations, finding choreographers, once we found choreographers, we didn't have enough allotted choreography for the video. So we ended up choreographing pieces of the video that you've seen. Like we did that ourselves. Like we taught the dancers ourselves, like on like there, like we taught them to dance. So we had a dance break that we had to learn. We had Berlin's part that we had to learn. My part we had to learn. We had a set designer. We had my best friend come in. One of my best friends come in to help with the styling of the dancers, doing body paint, because we know we want everything to kind of look tribal and kind of look very artsy and Japanesey and anime inspired. Everything like that was kind of like the vibe we were going for. Very Japanese inspired.
The food is too young. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I can keep talking. I'm always ready. See, this is what really We Were Born is. Jatwan working, Berlin eating. You know, this is what happened.
Yes, girl, you know you gotta eat though, girl. You gotta eat.
I'm always the one motherfucking doing the work.
Is it here? I'm here.
But yeah, I can tell you put time and effort into it. Listen, y'all, it was the most stressful video we have ever shot for me personally, because everything that could go wrong went wrong. Like literally everything that went wrong could go wrong.
Yeah, everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Come back over here, child.
I am coming over there. I'm not eating it.
I'm gonna let you.
I know. I'm not
in
eating
a second.
it.
I just want to give them the tea on what the video was given. Okay, so we're gonna make the show. Okay. She's.
No, it's fine. I'll wait to eat. It's not that deep.
It was your best. Listen. So let me tell y'all, for the people that want to know, let me tell y'all what it was really given. Okay. So the video was supposed to have like these Asian symbols everywhere, like very neon Asian symbols. That never happened. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be at the very end where the dance break was supposed to happen. We were supposed to be dancing. Mm-hmm. That never happened.
That didn't happen.
We had another cheetah print outfit that was done in the spotlight that was supposed to be in the video. Mm-hmm. That look never happened.
Oh my god. Oh, think about
let me just start from the beginning of the day. So we get to the set, we talk to the videographer, we're like, hey, listen, we wanted to rent this space because they had the cool light box set up, and we were very adamant. We had very clear intentions on what we wanted. We needed the light box, but I knew because of production reasons, because I've worked on sets of other things, that it was going to be extremely hot in the light box. So I asked them, I said, do you have a fan or do you have air conditioning? Mm-hmm. And the person said yes. Yes, like the kitty cat video. But we were like, it was a fab. Our look was fab. Our cheetah print look was fab.
But we're gonna use it for something.
We're gonna use it for something else. Yeah. That look was so fab, and I'm so mad that look didn't make it into the video.
Yeah.
So, long story short, get there on set, and it's just hot. It feels like hell in there, and we're not even filming anything yet. We're just there, setting up, and getting the lights and everything. So I'm like, yo, so you said there was air conditioning? And he was like, oh yes, it's not working anymore. I'm like, so you didn't think to tell us? You didn't think to tell us that before we got here? So, and I was like, okay, well, what about the fan? So he had this huge industrial fan.
It was broke.
And it was broke.
It got broke.
Literally before we got there.
Like the day before
we got there. So literally, we were like, so the industrial fan don't work. And there's no air conditioning in this heat, hot. It literally felt like Satan opened his legs and we crawled into his asshole.
Or he pissed on us. Like,
it literally was hot as hell in there.
It was so hot.
And so we did 2-3 takes in the light box. And Berlin's wig,
it started to live.
Just started.
My whole legs started to live because it was
just starting to come
hot,
and we're both drenched in sweat. Like soaking. Like there were so many good takes that we took that we couldn't use because we looked like
sweaty, or it was just
it just looked a hot mess. The makeup was running. It just looked a hot mess. So now we had to take more time out of our day to refix wigs, to re-get our makeup. And it's really setting us back. Now it's time for the second shot of the day, which is the car scene. You saw the car scene. It was supposed to be shot green screen. It was supposed to be look like we're driving, and that didn't happen, as you see, because the car didn't fit on the green screen.
It was so much
thing. It didn't fit in the green screen area, so the car didn't fit. It just there's no way to angle it to make it fit and get the shots that we needed. So we sucked it up and we got in the car, and then I was like, hey, well, how about we just stand in front of the car? that makes more sense than to be in the car. We're just in the car, like, So, and it's not going nowhere, and it's not going to look like it's going anywhere. So, like, this be in front of the car. So that's how that shot happened. And so, the third shot of the day was supposed to be the cheetah print shot. The cheetah print shot was supposed to be shooting in that factory, but because it was so damn hot and so damn ridiculous, there's no air conditioning. We was like, we'll go on to the second location and shoot it there, because the dancers were arriving at the second location. Yeah. So somebody had to be there to get them in their costumes, to get them in their makeup, and get them their hair done. Like, somebody had to be there. And so Berlin had to go back home to get products for her hair and makeup and stuff that she didn't think she would even need because her makeup and the makeup artist was there too. So we
had stuff already, but we was prepared for to move on to the next space and do different things. Yeah. But everything was a mess, so we had to go back and run back to get some things that we needed. And you was there rehearsing with the dancers. And while we're rehearsing dancers, one of the females, if you watch the video very closely, there's two females with Berlin dancing. One of them basically breaks her fucking ankle. Like, we were running the dance break, and there's a bunch of running around and running behind the poles, and she trips over the a step or
it's like a little platform on the ground that obviously we all see, but when you're just moving and not paying attention, she fucked her shit up. And so we're lifting her up, we're sitting her icing up, and she was such a trooper. She literally was such a G because she still shot Berlin's scene, but we had to change the choreography on the set. So Berlin is literally on the wall just moving her arms. Not doing really any choreo, and that's kind of what I did too. I watered my choreography down too because I didn't want to. I'm all about balancing. I didn't want it to be me just doing all this crazy choreography, flipping and dipping and twisting, and Berlin is just standing on the wall. So I was like, no, we have to water these verses down a little bit because the girls can't really dance, and it's the girls really couldn't dance because the girl had her ankle fucked up, and so she was a trooper, but there was no way. I think she even finished. She did one. She finished. She did one take of the big scene too.
Yeah, she finished.
Yeah, she was in the big scene too. She did the big scene. She didn't do the dance break though. I didn't want her to dance. Yeah, she did too much running around.
She didn't do the dance break because she was running around.
It was too much. I was like, girl, you can't do the dance break, and we had to take her to the doctor. So we wasn't even in the dance break because we left and took her to the hospital. It was literally fucking chaos. I was crying. I literally started crying because I just was so overwhelmed. That's just a third of the shit. I can just keep going on and rambling about all the things that happened that went wrong in this video.
Went wrong.
But everything that could go wrong went wrong. And I think the moral of the story is just be resilient, just push through. Everything that's meant to happen is supposed to happen. There are scenes that I really wish that. And so literally, we shot the video 6 months ago. We went to Florida, Columbia, Houston, to New York. There were so many other things that we were doing, that filming and for other projects and other things, because we have another project that's a big project that we're working on that is taking a lot of time to get the shots and get the songs and get the things put together for it. And we just was on the move, there was no money left in the budget to reshoot the video because I didn't even talk about the wardrobe malfunctions. We had so many fucking wardrobe malfunctions in this fucking video.
We had so many.
My chest plate was falling apart. Her titties was falling
out.
It literally was chaos. It was just so much chaos. It was literally
it was so much.
It was so much. It's literally, I've literally have never felt so overwhelmed.
I never felt so challenged, especially as far as doing a photo shoot, doing a video shoot. It was just the most challenging thing to actually get through. It was really
literally
challenging.
The devil was in the room, baby. The devil was there.
It was there.
And he was like, you bitches are not gonna win.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna
It was
win.
so
Y'all
true.
are some loser ass bitches, and I'm gonna make sure that y'all lose.
Uh-huh.
And that's how it felt.
That's how it felt.
That's literally how
really
it felt. It felt like
that.
we were being attacked by a higher power.
It's like, you thought you was gonna turn it out.
A lower vibration entity.
You thought you was gonna turn it out. The demon was like,
because we were so prepared. We had all the dancers. We had all the costumings. We
didn't forget anything.
We didn't forget anything. We were just so prepared. We were so rehearsed. We knew all the we did too much of rehearsals. Like, we literally were so prepared, and literally everything
fell apart.
Was just falling apart. But yeah,
now to think about it, it's like so like life is so like that. Like, you can prepare so much, and when you're on Lifetime, shit just happen. Things just happen.
Yeah, and then literally, really, we can curse, because it's not gonna be monetized. It just was one of those moments for me where I realized, like in the editing process of the video, like, literally every time we got a take of, or like a draft of the video, it was like every bad scene of her titties falling out, or my chest plate falling apart, or her wig being lifted, or us looking like sweat monkeys.
Yeah.
It just was like, what is this video? So it literally took us forever to piece together, to put the good. It was. I hate this video. It was traumatic.
It was a traumatic
experience. It really was.
But I'm happy we got through it. We got to something that we were satisfied with in the edit, and we was like, you know what? We got to stop being hard on ourselves. We did it. It's done, and we got to release it. Our team was like, y'all gotta release this, because they felt like it was really, really good. We just hard on ourselves, and it's not what we wanted. It turned out to be something else.
Something else.
And yeah,
it's an understatement.
Yeah. But yeah, we got there.
It wasn't what we wanted. Mm-hmm. And when you got to understand, as an artist, it's one thing to have an artistic direction and you know what you want, and to get somewhat in the ballpark of what you want, which I feel like we did. We got in the ballpark.
We got in the ballpark.
But to spend a lot of money on costume and hair and makeup, not just for us, but for 10 dancers. How many dancers? We had 8?
We had 8.
We had 8 dancers. 9 dancers.
I think we had 9.
I think we had 9. We had 9 dancers. We supposed to have 10. We had 9.
We had 9.
Videographers for 2 different locations, for a car, all the shit that we rented, costumes, all the money that we put into this video, and it just be in the ballpark. It's not what you wanted.
Exactly. Specifically.
It's not like what you plan to get what you wanted. It's literally gut-wrenching and depressing. It's depressing. Because it's like, imagine you save up money for an iPhone 15 or whatever the number right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they bring you back an iPhone 6.5. It's an iPhone.
Yeah, it's an iPhone.
It's in the ballpark.
You a key.
It's in the ballpark, but it's not what I want. It's not what I paid for. Yeah. It's not what I wanted. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you shouldn't be building iPhones, right, baby? You gotta. A really great video. A lot of times when I hear a lot of artists talking about the challenging videos, it tends to end up
being like the best video. We're gonna be our own worst critics anyway, naturally, because you know how much work you put in. Mm-hmm. You know how things were supposed to be. You know how you rehearsed. You know. So we're gonna be our own worst critic, and y'all not gonna see certain things that the artists are gonna know or see, and we understand that. We get that, but.
Yeah, we're thankful that you guys are enjoying it, though.
Yeah.
So we're not, want to take away from y'all's fun experiences, but I just want y'all to, when you go back and rewatch it, look for the wig lifting. Look
look for the things.
Look for the titties falling out. Look for the chest plate falling apart. Look for all the shit that was going wrong. Play a scavenger hunt. You know what I'm saying? Have fun with it.
Have fun with it. Pay it.
It's out there.
It's out there, right? But yeah.
So it was fun while it lasted. The new stuff though, I will say that I'm really, 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 really excited for the new stuff. This project is is art, and I love that it's artful, and I love that
it's really artful. It is.
and I love that we're in our bag in this one in a different way. And I love that we're literally two projects, coming up.
Yeah.
So like two complete full realized conceptual projects that are two totally different things.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to give them to you. It's been both of them. One, I feel like the first one kind of was weird. We need new music. I'm ready. Listen, this project that's about to come out was a project that we started during COVID, and then as COVID progressed, we started making like some really dope records, and then we were like, this has to be a big thing. So we kind of paid it. So I'm gonna call it Project A and Project B. So Project A was very urban and just very dark and very moody and very personal. It had very personal things about our personal lives and things that we're really going through. And like, I feel like you could really get to know us
a little bit,
way more than you could on the first project. I feel like it was really honest and vulnerable music. And we were just talking about things that if you followed us on Chasing Reality, if you know what we've been through, you can kind of like get a gist. You would really appreciate that project. But as COVID went into another year, we started creating other music that was just more lighter and more fun and just total polar opposite of Project A. So Project B ended up being bigger productions and bigger sounds and just sounded like...
it just reminded us of like when we first started writing together.
It felt like the very first time we were really like years ago. It was just that type of fun music. It's that type of like not really trying to create something for a certain thing or a certain sound.
We just was enjoying everything that we were making.
And so when that happened, it was like, oh, we want to make a visual project. So it turned into something totally different. And our team was just like, wait a second. It's going to take about another year for us to fully finalize and complete Project B. So y'all might want to go back to the scrapbook
and go back to Project A
and release Project A. And we were just like, no, it's not going to make sense. And like, it's not going to make sense. Like going from Ultrasound to Project B makes the most sense. It just makes sense. But they're like, no, you can't be gone for 3-4 years as a new artist. Like you have to release something. So we went back to Project A and just kind of reworked it. And honestly,
we really exceeded our
expectations. I really love it.
I love it.
I really do. I love every song. I really love every song. I love it. I really love it. I really do like it a lot. I really thought it was kind of like, oh, it's just a little light EP. We're just gonna throw something out there for y'all.
End up falling in love with the stuff.
Like really liking the stuff. Like really genuinely liking the stuff. Like stuff sounds like singles. Stuff sound big, and we went back and redid things, so things are bigger now and more innovative and progressive and still we were born. But I feel like when y'all hear the music, y'all gonna really enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
And that's a telltale sign because you see how hard I was up on that music video?
Okay.
You can imagine how hard I am up on the songs.
Okay. The songs is a different story.
The songs, I'll be reading the songs way worse than I'll be reading the videos. But I'm not reading the songs. I really like the songs.
I really like the songs too. I like the songs.
Which is funny because I really enjoyed 98% of the last record. There's like a song or two that I just didn't really care for on the last record. Which is shit like that happens when you are in a group or you have other people involved and you're like, hey, put this on there, put that on there. So you just gotta bend and fold and be a team player
and meet in the middle.
Because they like the song, you don't like the song. It's just like, girl, you putting the song on it, girl.
Well, is the quality there? Okay, we can consider it.
I didn't like Social Media Kill Love.
Well, I love Social Media Kill Love.
I didn't like it. Now, granted, it was my idea, my concept, and I started writing the song.
I like Social Media Kill Love.
And she came in and she told we wrote it together.
We wrote it together. We did.
Kind of.
But the concept was your idea.
Yeah.
It was.
I came and I had to be.
And you had kind of like the idea
of the chorus. Yeah. And I was like, I wanted to be like this, but when we wrote it, it was fab. The written version of it.
Yeah.
The recorded version didn't come out the way I wanted to come out.
I love Social Media Kill Love. I love it. I feel like it was different. I feel like it's way before its time. I really do. I feel like the way we blend like classical with kind of like and we did like more traditional, like your melodies were like more traditional when you started off. Like it sounds like retro in a bit when you started off, but then we got into like more like ratchet stuff. Like when we started like doing like more ratchet cases, I like it. It's like a jumbo. It's like a gumbo. It's like a gumbo.
I like it. That's why I like it for the writing purposes. It was a cool song to write.
Right, yeah.
Because we did kind of genre bleed.
Yeah, a lot.
You know, it was classical music and it was like pop at first, and then it went into ratchet, R&B, and then there's harmonies and just, you know, we were being creative, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love the message. I love what it's talking about.
Yeah.
Because I do agree. I really do think that social media has killed
it. It helped.
Yeah.
The death.
It's definitely,
the love.
Definitely stabbed love in the back.
Yeah, it definitely, you know.
So I definitely do feel that way. That's a true feeling that I have that's never went away. It hasn't went away. So I think it applies. So,
it's not gonna go away.
Yeah. What's another song I didn't really care for?
I don't really. I feel like that's the only one you really just didn't care for.
Yeah, that is the one I really.
That was just the only one you really just didn't care for. Oh, Throw Shade.
Oh yeah, I didn't want Throw Shade.
You didn't want Throw Shade on there. But
I didn't want Throw Shade on the album. I did not want Throw Shade on the album. It's not because I didn't like the song. It's just I just didn't think. I was like, why is this on there?
Yeah. You don't want Throw Shade on the album.
But Berlin is a Throw Shade stan.
Yeah.
So we don't argue about much about the music anyway.
Not music anyway.
We argue about food. Like, we argue about, bitch, why you eat the last chicken wing? You know what I'm saying? We argue, bitch, why is your drawers in my clothes? That's what we argue about. We don't argue about, like, who gets the part, who gets the line, who has the better verse, who has the, you know, who's singing what.
Yeah,
we don't care about that. What we cared about, the one time we have argued about music, though, is about Throw Shade. This is the song that we always argue about. Because I don't like to perform it.
I don't like to perform it either, but people like want us to perform it.
I don't like to perform that song.
I don't like to perform that song either.
And I
don't.
Didn't want it on the album.
I don't like to perform that song.
My favorite one is Both
it's something about Both Flicks.
It's something about Both Flicks
that
I've grown to love. Because it was up there with Throw Shade. I used to hate
because we can perform it so much. It's like the song that we can't perform. We can't get on stage without performing this song.
Yeah, because they look at us like
they look like we're absolutely crazy. So anytime we hit the stage,
we have to do Both Flicks.
We have to do that song.
And she was saying that it was like that. This is why we used to argue about Throw Shade, because she would be like, well, we have to do Throw Shade. I'm like, we ain't got to do no goddamn Throw Shade.
We don't have to do Throw Shade. Mine is Wasted and Trust Issues. Oh.
No, see, now
Wasted is a gem.
Now you talking my language.
Wasted is a gem.
Wasted is a gem.
It's a gem. Yeah.
Now you talking my language. See, that's the type of stuff I like to do. Okay? That you're talking my language. The Trust Issues, the Throw Shade, the Sunset Sex. Those are like in Forgive Me. And I like performing those records.
I love to perform Forgive Me.
Yeah, Forgive Me is literally like one of my favorites to perform. Yeah. So, but that damn Loverdose, we've never performed Loverdose.
We never performed Loverdose.
But honestly, if I could do a video for any song on the project,
it would be
Loverdose.
Probably would be Loverdose. For me, it would be Gutter or Loverdose for me.
No, Shay, Gutter is
Gutter. It would probably.
I feel like Gutter is so underrated for everybody.
Oh yeah, but when people find it, when people find it, they be like, "Oh my god, I love that song."
Yeah, when you know,
you know. Yeah.
With Gutter, like
it's like for me, it would be Gutter or Overdose, but we still have time to do stuff with those songs if we wanted to.
Yeah.
For whatever we wanted to do for, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we have a lot of time to do things. So,
yeah.
But for me, like if I wanted, like for me, Loverdose always just needed a visual.
Me
for people
too.
To
I really
understand the ultrasound project.
Yeah.
But I love Loverdose. Loverdose was probably the hardest song to record.
It was hard to record.
Loverdose was the hardest to record, but I think it was a second by No Good Very Bad Day.
It was second
because No Good Very Bad Day, we lost the files. We
had to record it.
We had to record it like 3 times.
Yeah, we had to record this song over 3 times.
I don't remember the first 2 times, but I remember I lost the.
the first time we recorded it in Charleston.
Mm-hmm. What happened with it?
It glitched. The system glitched, and we lost it. We didn't save it.
Oh, we was recording.
We was recording it,
and we got to the end, and the system shut down, and we was like, damn.
And then the second time we recorded it well, but then you lost.
I lost the hard drive.
The hard drive, so we had to record, and we didn't have it backed up.
No,
so it was only
all the other songs were backed up except for that one and another one.
Yeah,
it was 2 that wasn't backed up.
It was.
Or was it just that one?
I think it was just that one.
It was just that one.
It was just that one.
Yeah.
It was just that one.
And it was a pieces of other
things, but we hadn't really fully finished it. So we was like, it was fine.
Yeah.
And then we recorded it the third time. It was the best time we recorded it, though. It was the best version.
Yeah. So, but No Good Very Bad Day, literally, we wrote that song, maybe like 20 years ago.
We literally wrote that song probably like almost like 11 years ago.
You know, I rounded up. Huh?
Yeah. It was like 11.
It was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 15 years ago.
It literally was like 15 years ago.
It was 15 years ago we wrote that song. That's crazy. We wrote that song like 15 years ago.
I told you.
That was like in the first batches of the songs.
The first couple songs that we've ever wrote together.
Yeah.
It was like in the first like 4 or 5 that we wrote together.
Yeah, it was like the first 4 or 5 we wrote together.
Yeah. And we had it, and we literally used to key with
this song.
We used to key with the song. If anything was going wrong, we just bust out singing, "You can't get in my way. Rain on my parade, my happiness you can't take away." Like we used to just bust out and sing this song
all the time,
and literally
it used to make us feel better every time.
It used to make us feel better every time. Like if we was having a bad day, we used to key.
I remember when we wrote it, because we were staying in a house in New York where like it was a bunch of us.
We was living in a sissy house. And if y'all know what a sissy house is where a bunch of queens get together,
pile up in a house,
in one house,
because they ain't got nowhere to stay.
Because they ain't got nowhere to stay.
Literally, and we was in New York, and literally we was in the kitchen. We were sleeping in the kitchen. We were sleeping in the kitchen. And it's no shame. We was sleeping in the kitchen, and we was in there. We was writing because we did this thing where we would block everybody out.
Because there was so many queens in the house,
and we would block everybody out.
And it was so messy. And so what we would do to escape was get our notepads. Mm-hmm. We would get our computer, and we would just me and her
go in the kitchen
where nobody was. Because everybody else would be in the living room and all the other bedrooms and the hallways, and we would just go into the kitchen
where nobody was,
and sit down and just write by the window.
And we was writing it, and people was in the house talking about something.
Even when I wanna scream and shout,
because it's
like everybody was singing it, like everybody was like literally everybody was
in the struggle
because everybody could relate.
We was in the struggle,
and everybody they're like, now I don't know about the other songs y'all got, but that was good. But yeah, and so
that's so funny.
We produced it like 3-4 different times over the years. It's
because we had to change
various different because the sounds have changed over times. When we wrote it, it was kind of around that Bruno Mars ukulele time.
Yeah, it was around that time. It was around that first album time.
What was he singing that time?
He was singing like the lazy song.
Yeah.
Count on Me.
I don't feel like doing
anything. It was around that time.
It was around that time. It kind of had that feel
into it. Yeah.
But then as we progressed and our time progressed, we kind of made it more dark and gloomy and give what we give.
Yeah, give what we give.
So we had that song that's went through, and that's how honestly Throw Shade is like
the same way.
Throw Shade actually was from my mixtape.
Yeah,
I had a mixtape, and what I would do is have Berlin like co-write the choruses with me sometimes, or like sing on the choruses, and I would just rap, and I was singing, I was doing a little bit of everything. It was a mixtape, child, so I was singing, and I sound like motherfucking robotics. It sounded like robotics because I was the auto to the fuck tune. Okay? And yeah, the lazy song was T. But Throw Shade was literally like a rap song that I had.
It was.
And I just loved the chorus of that. You wanna fuck me, play me, you must be crazy.
My whole team's screaming out, fuck you, pay me. I'm a throw.
Like, I love that.
Yeah.
And I actually came up with that. I like produced that in my head. I heard little say, "Hey, shorty, won't you come get a bag of the leaf? I'll be undressed in the bra. I'll see through." Like, I heard that verse in New York. And I've always heard that verse growing up, but it just hit different.
Yeah, once you was like, when you were inspired.
When it inspired me.
You was like, oh.
So I was like, oh, I'm gonna write this for my mixtape. And so I wrote this rap, and the rap song is fab too. It's totally different from our version of Throw Shade. Yeah. And so when we were putting the project together, I was like, you know what? I really love Throw Shade. We need to find something. We need to
rework it like we did No Good Very Bad.
With No Good
because we already knew No Good Very Bad was going to be on the record.
Yeah, and I was like, we need to do Throw Shade, and then we reworked it, and then I instantly when I heard that I was like, yo, this is fire.
Yeah, it sounded big.
It just sounded big. It sounded
playful.
The other one didn't sound big. It just sounded kind of like, if I could reference a song, it kind of had like a Young Money feel to it.
Yeah, it did.
Like how it was around that Young Money era, like around that Drake and Nicki Minaj era, that first mixtape
era when that mixtapes was really a big thing.
It was Drake's first mixtape, I think.
And Nicki Minaj when she blew up with the
Pink Print.
No, the mixtape, the Beam Up
Scotty. Oh, the Beam Up
Scotty. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was giving very much Young Money. It was giving that same sound, like they were doing, like, I can't explain it, but it was around that time. So that's what inspired me. That song was everybody wants to be a Young Money child. And I was like, I'm going to be the first gay artist on Young Money.
Okay.
Child.
Because they were storming.
They were storming.
I remember.
Yeah, so I think that was what I really was going for. But then,
yeah, once we revamped that,
I literally called Berlin. I was like, so I got an idea. It's gonna go, hey, 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 where my money at? Where my money at? Make it rain. And she was like, okay, that's cute.
I said, it's so simple and
cute. So simple and cute.
Because the crazy thing about it is that you was trying to find. Remember, you was trying to find.
Yeah, because we wrote the
verses already,
and I couldn't find the chorus.
He was like, I have to figure out.
I said, it has to be a cute chorus. This chorus can't be just.
Yeah, and it has to be something. You have to be something simple, but it got to be something that's catchy that people gonna want to like. It gotta be fun. I was like, I don't know. And I don't know where you was like, I found it. And I was like, oh yeah, that does work. That's really dope. It was,
but I wasn't sure though.
You wasn't sure.
Until I recorded it.
Sure.
And then I heard it back. I was like, okay, now this is T.
I be knowing. He be paying it. I be like, girl, that's fab.
Yeah, she be knowing. She, like, no shade. I just be coming up with shit.
I like, oh.
And literally, she'll tell you, like, I can come up with a zillion melodies, a zillion, and I don't know which ones are good. I just be...
Yeah, and to the point where he'll get on the mic, and he'll just start doing melodies to a beat, and then I'm like, another one. And he'll do another one, and I'm like, another one, and then he'll just do one, I'm like, that's it!
And I'll be like, okay, and then we just start writing.
Write a song.
Yeah, like, and literally, like, I'm just like a melody, like
he got a million.
I have a zillion in my head. Like, I always have melodies in my head. I would love to create a project myself, but I'm not quite where I would like to be as an artist yet. Why does it goes away like that? I don't like that.
But you gotta start somewhere.
I really enjoy hearing your work and hearing your process. The work is amazing. And the pen is penning. Listen, one thing about it is for anybody that is a writer or producer or a songwriter, listen, you have to, I always tell people, I was talking about this on Bigo, like a lot of times people, us creative people, we have so many creative ideas and things that we want to do, or just in general, like like for instance, like our New Year's resolution. Everybody will set a New Year's resolution like, oh, I'm going to work out, or I'm going to stop procrastinating, or I'm going to, you know, write that book, or I'm going to make that business model, or do that business plan, or put my website up, or you have like so many like ideas, but the battle, 99% of the battle is just starting it.
Just starting it.
Just getting the fuck up and doing it. And just starting it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times you don't reach your potential because you're too busy saying to yourself, I'm not where I need to be.
And you're not,
or you don't feel motivated. Well, I'm here to tell you, nobody's gonna fucking motivate you. Nobody's gonna give you that call, and nobody's gonna tell you, hey, you should get up and get to TikToking, girl, because you need to get your followers up. Or nobody's gonna say, hey, girl, you need to write that song because the records do. Like, nobody's gonna help you on shit in life. You know what I'm saying? Even in school, if you in school, you in college, nobody's gonna tell you that project is done or that paper's due, or nobody's gonna motivate you. You know what I'm saying? You have to, and it sucks that it has to be that way.
But they not.
I mean, you would think that you would get that, and if you do have a family or a friend or that you know stays on your ass, that's all.
That's a rarity, and that's something you should keep close to you.
You should keep close to you,
you know,
even if it's aggravating. Keep them close because they genuinely see you the way you see you, or the way you want to see you. And you know what I'm saying, and that's what matters. Like, we're not where we want to be, and we struggle with getting started all the time, but because I am the queen of procrastination, okay? So, but the thing about it is, like, the reason why, you know, I love working, I've had solo projects, I've had solo things, and I've never really liked being solo because it's not about, like, not being able to create by myself or any other things. It's just that I work well with others. Contrary to a lot of people people would think that we don't get along with other people.
We work well with other people.
But every time we work with other artists, they just gag at us. They're like, we thought y'all would be so mean.
And it's so easy.
And it's like, it's the easiest process we've ever had. We had so much fun.
We just like to build it from nothing. But
yeah.
Well, because it's just, I don't know.
It just sounds more about it. Yeah, like when we work with artists, I don't like them sending us stuff, or like, I really just like to work from the ground up.
Yeah, from the ground
up. Like, let's write something together. But they get so like intimidated by that, a lot of artists, because they feel like we're gonna be mean, or we're gonna be catty, or we're gonna be like talking shit about their writing process. I feel like it just gives it more
room for just openness. If we just come and it's blank, or you have an idea or something small and we can just build from it. Yeah, it just comes
instead of saying, "Hey, I want you to regurgitate this," and it's like,
I feel like it creates weirdness like that sometimes. Because sometimes it's like, I'm not really feeling this, or this is not how I would do it, and maybe they don't want it to be done that way. And it's just like, you don't want. It's just like, if we just a clean slate, it's gonna work for all of us. It's no way it's really gonna fail because the talent is there. Right. We all are capable of doing it. We just gotta start from nothing.
Yeah, we love writing. Yeah, and and the funny thing is, even on this project, like on this upcoming on both of the projects, we've met so many talented people, and we always be like, "Oh, girl, we're gonna call you. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna, you know." People are like, "Oh, I just want to sit and just watch y'all write." And for instance, like Kyra, I hit her. She basically found us in the mall. We were getting ready for Chasing Reality's reunion, the day before the reunion, and she just ran up to us. And she's like, "Oh my God, we were born. I watched y'all on the show." Blah 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 blah. And she was like, "Y'all are so nice," and you know, we sat there and we had like a whole like 30-minute conversation. We really had to be looking for our looks because our stylist fell through. So we was literally scrapping for our looks. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm a dancer. I really want to dance in y'all video." And I was like, "Okay, girl." And so long story short, our video came, but she couldn't make it to our receipts video. So I said, "Hey, I'm doing a little Thanksgiving dinner. You couldn't make it to the receipts video, but could you come over?" She comes over, and we're like doing what artists do. Like, it was a bunch of artists in the house, creative people. So we're playing music, and we're all singing, and you know, playing our upcoming stuff that nobody knows about, doing artist shit. And she just bust out singing out of nowhere. And we all were like, "This bitch can sing."
God.
And so I'm like, "Oh no, sis, you're doing background vocals on our record." And she's like, "Really? She's never even been in the studio." And literally like a couple months later, we called her and she did a couple songs on our new project. Did like some choirs type stuff for us, and literally, because you know, we not in that register. Like we can do the notes, but they ain't gonna be
as clear
and full that
we can
need
do them because we record,
right?
But it won't be as clear as like
having a real soprano.
Having a real soprano, exactly.
Yeah. If you have a real soprano that's naturally just sing that high, it's gonna sound way better than us doing the airy highs that we do. So it's like, so we called her to do some of them high notes, them choir notes for us, and she slayed. And that's the thing. And even with like some of the artists that haven't, some of the music ain't came out yet, so I don't want to like say anything. But we've worked with some artists and on their projects, on upcoming projects for artists. A few of them, and when they get in the studio with us, they're just like, "Yo, y'all just really are just a vibe." Like they really surprised. Like we be having so much fun. We love creating music. Like we love that's our literally like our little world, our little safe haven. It's literally the one place where we just don't tolerate bullshit.
No, because you can't create like that.
Yeah, if we get one inkling of you being or messy, or you operating in like
it's a safe space.
A false like if you're doing any weirdness at all, we just be like, no, this session is done. It's not. We not. Well, thank you for your time. Like,
it's not a safe space. It needs to be safe. Like
right.
This is where like.
Where you can literally be as goofy as you
want to be. You can fuck up as much as you want. You can
crack your voice and crack as much as you want.
It's creative. Like
you can stumble over your rap as much as you want.
You gotta get it out of you to get the best.
Yeah,
get it out to get the best version.
And I've worked with a lot of prominent vocal producers, people who produce vocals well, and which is why our songs sound the way they do. Because a lot of times people, it's not that they have a shitty song. Like the song be good. Like for instance, like there's artists out there that use the same engineers we do, and they have good songs, but their songs don't come out like ours do because they don't vocally produce the song well. Like they don't sing it right, if that makes sense. Like they don't like with like me. Like I kind of do what like, for instance, what's his name that just passed away?
It's a lot of people.
No, not just passed away, but he passed away like last year. They used to do Brandy's stuff. Not Rodney Jerkins.
The one who wrote for Beyonce and stuff like that. Him. I forgot his name. Is it it started with a D, right?
What's that man's name?
Oh, I forgot his name.
Anyway, don't quote me on it. But anyway, there's a lot of vocal producers out there. There's TC. There's a lot of people out there who specialize in like getting the best vocal out of you. And sometimes getting the best vocal is not necessarily hooping and hollering a bunch of runs and acrobatics. It literally is just literally being in the right pocket, being in the right cadence, having the right attitude, having the right energy, being on time, not being off beat, like really just making sure that you're honing in on the creative process. And I'm really, 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 really good at that. And so, for instance, like a lot of people are saying like, oh, Berlin's verse on Shutup is, way better than my verse. And it's no shade. Her verse slaps, you know what I'm saying? Her verse is literally, even like when I played my verse and the chorus for her, because I played I wrote the first verse and then most of the chorus, and then the part where it's, I ain't going back and forth with you, I'm getting bored with you. She wrote that because I was like, I need something catchy right there, girl. So I wrote I ain't going back and forth with you. And so I played it for her, and she went in her room and she wrote her verse, and then she had wrote the back and forth with you, I'm getting bored with you. Yeah, so she wrote that part. And then actually, when I heard, I was like, girl, I should probably rewrite my verse. But then I thought about it, like, no, this is technically a diss track. And so I'm not going to water down my verse no more than what it is already watered down. I've already kept it PG, PC. But what I loved about her verse is that she sung her verse and I basically alter things around, change things, like sing it differently,
sing it this way,
stack it this way,
we're gonna do harmonies,
right here.
This and this.
Yeah, so like, so when people say that I love Berlin's verse, I'm like, Me too. Like you're not offending me because I created it. You know, like we created it together.
Yeah,
but like
to make it the best it could be.
Yeah, so it's
for
like
the song in general.
Like people don't realize like when people say I'm like I love it.
Yeah, it's like it's all a part of.
It's
we were born.
We did it together.
Yeah.
Like what even the stuff that y'all don't realize like we do together. We do it together. So it's kind of like. Yeah, so like people are kind of like, her verse is better because it needed to be better. It's the second verse.
It's the second verse that got to build the song up. The second verse typically always is going to be better. That's when you listen to our music.
In our songs, the second verse is going to be way better.
Because
it's about building the song
up.
So
like if I had the first verse, typically if just one has the second verse,
my verse is going to be better. Yeah,
like that's
and we know that.
That's how songs. It's supposed
That's
to
how radio edit songs are.
Now
songs for the like if you're doing just your indie artist stuff and you just doing a Frank Ocean number or a SZA number or your artsy fartsy numbers.
Yes.
Like Social Media Kill
Love. Exactly. That's not necessarily the case.
There's not a better verse.
There's not a better verse.
It's just,
if you're making songs that you with top 40 in mind and you want people to keep listening, the best way to keep them listening is to make the song keep getting better.
Progressive, make it better. Yeah. Like, that's why they used to have bridges and they used to have, a reprise. They'll have dance breaks and they would do things in the songs to make the song better.
Keep
refreshing it for
to make you keep listening.
To make you keep listening. But now the trick is to make the song shorter.
Yeah.
Because if you make it shorter and it's really they'll get through it and they'll go back into it to restream it.
Yeah, to restream
because it's short and it's like damn, I wish
I had longer. I want to listen to it again.
I want to listen to it again. So you just gotta get with the times. But we have like old school methods and the way we do things sometimes. We're like, okay, instead of making 2 good verses, we want to do this and we want to add a dance break. We're gonna do all the old school shit. We'll do old school shit. But yes, guys, we've been up here for a whole hour.
It's about to end soon anyway, right?
No, you can be on live on Instagram for 10 hours. They don't give a damn. On YouTube. Literally, you can be up here all day. You can be here for 24 hours. They won't say nothing to you.
Oh wow, I didn't realize.
And they'll post the whole damn video up there, girl. I don't know what cap the number is, but I know that I've seen people do a 10-hour live before, and I was like, damn. You on live for 10 hours, girl? What the hell is you talking about?
Baby, you needed to get some shit off your chest.
I was scrolling through. I said 10 hours on this live, girl.
Damn, that's crazy.
No,
well, I'm about to go eat.
We about to get up off this live, but we love y'all. Thank y'all for the people that's coming in and out and watching the video. And feel free. What's your name, baby? I just felt. Oh, I know who that is.
Yes.
I know who that is.
Yes.
I know who that is. You know, child. I love you, child. But thank y'all for the continuous support. We love y'all.
Yes.
We're working on stuff. Excuse me. I'm hungry. But we're working on some stuff. And this year, I'm really proud of us, and I think that we're really on the same page. See, that's the thing about being in groups. Child, if y'all ain't on the same page, don't shit you down. Okay? So it's been chaotic for the both of us. But I feel like this is the first time in a long time.
We on the same page.
Well, we on the same page.
We're growing up together, bitch. We're growing up together.
I think this is a really cool time for us because we got so much cool shit in the works and in the makings, and I can't wait for y'all to hear both projects, Project A and Project B. I can't wait for y'all to see the cool visuals. I can't wait for y'all to see and that didn't drive us crazy and that won't stress us out. And I can't wait for y'all to hear the new single.
Yes.
Which we don't even know what the new single is.
But
we have options. We have options.
So we know it's coming.
It's coming. We have lots of options. We don't know which one. We getting down to this week.
We gonna figure it out.
We gonna figure it out this week. Yeah. We got to figure it out which one is we putting out for y'all. We can't wait for y'all to see the cool photo shoots that we've done. We can't wait for the merch. We can't wait. There's so much shit that we got going on. I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah,
because
you know you want to preserve some things for yourself.
Preserve some things.
You
for
know
y'all.
you don't want to jinx it or put it out there. You know we working and
we working. Just know that,
and we holding ourselves accountable to get the work done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that believe in us, and you know it's crazy, but a lot of times being independent, you don't believe in yourself. You get tired, you get fatigued, you get jaded, you get depressed.
Yes.
You get anxious. You get it's a really
especially when you love what you do. I feel like you know when you really love it and you really put a lot into what you do, it can be a lot.
It can be a lot. But we're in a place where we're not letting it do it.
No, it's not.
We're not letting things defeat us. We're like, you know, just like we told y'all the story about that music video. We just keep pushing and just keep going. So we're gonna get up off this live, y'all. We love. Thank y'all so much. You got anything to say to people?
No, I don't really got nothing to say. I'm just happy to be here. Hear me? Happy to be doing what I love to do. Happy that people want to support it. Just feeling blessed and okay with where I'm at. You know, that's all right. Being okay with where you at and where you going, knowing where you're going, and being okay with where you at. It's okay. It's fine. And thank you.
Thank you. We love y'all. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We were born. It's leaving the motherfucking room. Okay. And then on that note, good night.
Good night.
How you end this? Lord, I'm old.